What's going on, my precious gems? Thank you for tuning in to Channel 4, and I'm your host, Frosty Cones. Welcome back to another Pokemon Duel video. I know that we haven't had like a lot of videos this week. We barely had like one, and that was the series finale of the Diamond and Pearl versus, which definitely be sure to go and check that out. Check out the whole Diamond and Pearl series. It was a good time, and we're gonna be having another. Me and DHM are gonna be having another project together. I'm not gonna give any deets away, but just keep your eyes peeled for that. Probably at the beginning of the next month. But what we're doing in today's video, we're having a little bit of a discussion. If you guys haven't really been seeing what's been going on in the past couple of days, I believe on Tuesday or Wednesday maybe, I can actually double check here. Oh, so it was yesterday. So for me it's yesterday, for you guys it's going to be 2 days ago, because you know I record my videos normally the night before. So Professor Showtime uploaded a video about how to use Carbonite effectively, or how he uses his Carbonite, and then Rico had uploaded his response video, both videos of which I'm going to be linking in the description below. But yeah, honestly, Carbonite is kind of like it's kind of like a polarizing subject a little bit in Pokemon Duel, because if you guys don't know, what Carbonite does is it lets you expand your level cap from level 5. When a figure reaches level 5, you can expand that cap up to level 10, and in doing so you can add up to 5 more points into a wheel piece size, and then decrease wheel piece sizes of your own choosing. If I'm right, like let's say Solgaleo, it has 8 and 8, so when it gets down to level 5, it's got 3 and 8, or sorry, 4 and 8. So then when you take it to level 10, you can actually choose to either decrease that other that other wheel piece size, or you can decrease the miss, if I'm right. I haven't like tried to not decrease miss, because I mean, who wants miss? And that's actually the whole, you know, argument that's being had right now, is that, excuse me, I had to like turn down my volume because I can't hear myself think. But the argument behind Carbonite right now is its viability in taking almost any figure to level 10, as opposed to just leveling it up high enough to decrease that miss wheel piece. And we're going to go over a couple of figures that have been brought up in this discussion, and probably a couple of other figures, but let's go ahead and jump straight into it. I'm going to go ahead, go to my settings, and go to my library, or actually, yeah, let's just go to the library, because I've seen a large number of figures here, and you guys also get to see what figures I do have or have had, and which figures I do not have. So my stance on Carbonite, I believe that Carbonite is, I mean, obviously it's up to the discretion of whoever owns their account, really. Like, you can use Carbonite however you want to use it. I don't care. What I want to use my Carbonite for is to increase a Pokemon's chances of hitting a certain wheel piece. So, for example, Lunala with Moongeist Beam. I know a lot of people either use Moongeist Beam, or they use Psychic, which is going to be another part of my 2 cents in the discussion. But I like to increase my Lunala to as high as possible of a Moongeist. That way I can ensure that I have a guaranteed from the field to the PC wheel piece. Now, I mean, it does get stomped by Zapdos, yes, but I mean, really, Lunala is just a god. I mean, if that's why, actually, you know, Pokemon like Zapdos are why people increase Psychic up to as far high as however big, I can't talk, however big Psychic goes. Like, that's why some people do that. I believe Rico even said like he increases his Lunala Psychic up to however long or however big it goes after you hit level 10, because I mean, being able to force a figure to either give you status or to have more than 120 at least damage at their disposal makes Lunala a really huge threat. So we're gonna be, I don't know if I want to look at the figures first, or okay, I think the way we're gonna do this, I'm gonna get my points in on my argument. So, like I said, I want to use my Carbonite to increase my will pieces as big as possible. That way I have the biggest probability of doing that. How many times have you guys seen me land on a quick attack with Sceptile? Ask me that. How many times have you seen me land on a Steel Wing with Zapdos, or Thunder Charge on Zapdos? Or how many times have you guys seen me land on... let's go through these. Let's go through some of these. I'm trying to think of mons that I like commonly use. I mean, Mew. Mew's a great figure example. So, another thing, like I said, it depends on how you want to use your Pokemon. And that's another argument that was brought up, or another point that was brought up in Rico's video, is that it kind of depends on how you want to use your Pokemon. So, Mew, for example, super mobile, super utility-based Pokemon. It's got a almost half, like a 50% wheel piece of Hypersonic that can prevent it from being knocked out if it lands against a 100 or higher attack. Then you have Shuttle Flip, which it starts off at 20, but you can bring it up to, like, I believe a 29 wheel piece that is a blue. It's a guaranteed, like, unless you're running up against like a Rowlet or Terrakion, like, that thing is going to guarantee you safety from whatever. And really, Mew survivability, in my opinion, is kind of key in a lot of duels. Like, you're not going to just throw Mew out to kill something all the time. I mean, most of the time, like, you want to use a Mew to throw it down the field and gain as much pressure on the field as possible. Maybe get it to an entry point and then Pokemon switch it, or defend your own goal point or entry point, and then maybe try to scoop up or something like that. That utility is what makes Mew such a really good figure. And when you're making these kinds of decisions, one thing you want to factor in is its odds of surviving. For me, I want my Mew to be able to survive no matter what. So I am increasing my Shuttle Flip up to as high as possible with my Carmonite. I know I see a lot of people in league matches increasing Hypersonic, and that's completely fine. I completely respect that, because again, that guarantees Mew's safety against a lot of the figures that you see in league matches, because they're gonna have 100+ attacks. I mean, barring like Solgaleo, because he gets an instant like knockout. But then you also have stuff like Lunala that's running rampant, and then people like me that increase the Moongeist Beams to purples that are weak against the golds. So that makes total sense in how I'm more so saying, like, this is how it would make sense where your use of Carmonite could come in handy, because, like, again, if you want to make your Mew some kind of a god killer and increase that Hypersonic, then that's dope. Or if you want to increase your Shuttle Flip, then you can do that, and that gives you actually more mobility, because you can move that 1 to 2 steps back, and then maybe you could use that to get a surround kill, or you could use that to win a game or something. So again, going back to the main point of this debate is, you know, not using any Carmonite just because your miss is already as low as possible, or it's completely gone. And my thing is, how many times have you guys seen me land Psychic on a Mew? How many times have you landed Psychic on a Mew and wanted that to not happen, where you said, all I need to do is land on Hypersonic or Shuttle Flip? If you use your Carmonite, you're going to lower that chance of landing on Psychic and increase your survivability. You're going to be heightening your chances to hit that Hypersonic, or heightening your chances to land that Shuttle Flip. That way you'll survive. I'm actually going to go to my fusion here. We'll go back to the library in a second, but I'm going to go to my fusion screen, and I'm going to show you guys my Sceptile, because I just got this man to level 10. I've been spending all week trying to do that, and you know why? Because this man likes to land on Quick Attack. So I decreased its Quick Attack after already getting it to level 5. Its miss was already gone. I mean, it's basically a good figure at that point, but how many times, again, have you seen me land on a Quick Attack when I don't need it? How many times have you even seen me try to land on Leaf Blade and try to get that second respin so I can hit 140 or 141 on the Sceptile. So that's why I increase my Sceptile from level 5 to level 10 to decrease that quick attack and increase the Leaf Blade so I can lower my chances of landing on that low damage move. I mean, granted, it's a gold and it can kill like the birds when they land on their charges. It can kill Lunala or, you know, anything with a purple. But most times you're really not going to put Sceptile in front. Like, that's where you would use your Mew. That's where, like, if you really wanted to kill something with a purple, then that's when you throw your Mew up, and maybe you've increased that Mew to level 10 in order to heighten its chances on landing on Hypersonic, that gold that'll knock out purples. So I think my Sceptile is definitely good, and I feel like I have a place in this debate because I feel like I'm one of the unluckiest Pokemon Duel players right now, or at least that uploads to YouTube. I don't know. You guys let me know if that's true or not, but I feel like I'm one of the unluckiest people. And oh, I had another good example. I have a little list here. I have a list of figures that I wanted to talk about. I believe DOA was brought up, and I have this guy. And you might ask me, oh hey Frosty, why didn't you level up your Deoxys attack up to level 10? And I'm like, because that figure is trash. I don't want to use that figure. I don't want to see that figure. That figure needs to burn in a hole. It doesn't matter if I use Carbonite. You know why? Because I know my Deoxys is going to land on Dimensional Slip. And take this for example. Wait, actually, oh wait, so mine is level 5, my bad. So you have your 4% miss, right? And you think that you have this godly Deoxys. It's 10 chain levels. It's level 5 though. That thing has a heightened chance to land on Dimensional Slip and not be the powerhouse that it's meant to be. You throw your Deoxys out in front of something because you want to kill it. You're gonna throw it in front of something with that 132 or in my example that 140 chain level Deoxys in front of something that's going to kill it and make it respin if needed to kill it. But if you land on Dimensional Slip, it's over. You have to land against the blue, or someone could land on a yellow, like my Sceptile could land on the quick attack and kill it. So when you're increasing it to level 10, you have the option to decrease that Dimensional Slip because you can't decrease the miss. So why not decrease the Dimensional Slip, make it a better figure that'll stay on the field more. Hell, maybe even increase its dodge just for random survivability. I don't know. I've never seen anyone increase a dodge. If I saw that, I would probably laugh. But yeah, Deoxys is a good example of like one of those figures, like despite the miss being there, there's still a will piece that I don't want to hit. So I don't know. Deoxys was one. I went over Mew. I went over Lunala. Sceptile. Let's talk about Mewtwo Y. I don't have Mewtwo X just yet. I really want Mewtwo X because that thing is a battle god. But I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna go to the library again. One quick second. So let's take a look at Mewtwo Y, and I'm gonna start this last little bit. I realize that we're running into about probably like 13 or 14 minutes in this video, and I feel like that's pretty long for a discussion. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up quick. It's not Sceptile. Mega Mewtwo Y is an awesome figure because it's one of those figures almost like I think in one of my thumbnails I said it's Mew but better. It's actually Mew but better. It's got Hypersonic that hits for 50, and after you Mega Evolve it and get that boost, it's gonna go up to 80 if I'm right. So that's a hard hitting move. That knocks out a fair amount of, I would say, like lower, maybe like the UU of EXs, or even some really good rare Pokemon. There's Psystrike and there's Annihilate. And when I was considering getting Mewtwo X or Y, my thought process was, okay, well, what move am I going to want to max out? Like, I already went into this thinking, I'm going to increase this thing to level 10. So, what is going to give this thing that can stay in Mega for basically as long as you want the most survivability or the most usage in a duel to secure a win? And after looking through like the Pokemon Duel subreddit and reading a couple other like ideas and thoughts and opinions on the Mewtwo's, I figured Mewtwo Y is really good because, like I said, he's a Mew but better. He's mobile, he's survivable, he has high damage. It can hit what, 140 after Mega Evolving, and then it's got a blue that not only lets it move 2 spaces away, but like any 2 spaces away, not like Mew with Shuttle Flip where it has to move back 2 spaces. It can move anywhere, so it can make surround kills happen. You can annihilate onto an entry point and then head for the goal. You could annihilate onto a goal. I've done this a lot of times. I wish I had most of those duels from the Poison Gym save, because I was knocking Mudwuggas out with Mewtwo, and especially because of Annihilate. So what I'm saying is, I found that Annihilate is actually the move to go for. And I mean, some people were like, hey, go for Hypersonic because it survives against anything above 100, and you have Psy Strike anyway, so it's going to hit hard. So as long as you have another wheel piece that can secure your survivability and stay on the field longer, then that's cool. But then Annihilate does have its downsides to where, like, you know, you see a Rowlet or you see a Terrakion, or your only option is to annihilate yourself into a surround kill or something like that. That is very rare, but at the same time, you're basically giving a Mewtwo Y 2 extra move points that could be game changing, really. Oh, damn it. We did it again. I just ramble and then things happen. But, again, we're gonna wrap this up in saying my thoughts on Mewtwo Y for Annihilate is the fact that I saw someone point out that once you get Mewtwo Y's Annihilate up to level 10, I believe Hypersonic ends up being the miss. So then really, or miss for a burn, if I didn't make that clear. Miss for a burn, or I believe a paralysis, would make Hypersonic the attack to disappear. So with that, I would much rather have a blue that would stay when I'm burned or when I'm status. I wouldn't want that blue to stay, increase my survivability and mobility, and take me out of that fight that I don't want to be in because I'm status. These are the situations that I think of whenever I'm wanting to take something to level 10. So Kabuskin I take to level 10 because Cyclone Kick is a godlike move and it shouldn't even exist on a rare figure as a 3-star guaranteed almost knockout without the knockout status. I don't know. Segues are weird, so I don't know how to really conclude this video in saying use Carmonite however you feel like it. I feel like in Showtime and Rico's videos both, they had some really good points and really good perspectives on how they duel, how they play the game, how they use Carmonite, how they view using their figures and how other people use their figures. So I think it's like discussions like this I feel like are good to kind of get a better understanding of other players, maybe not like other individuals necessarily, but like other players of the game, so that way you can form your own opinion on the game and your own strategy. So I feel like that's a pretty solid conclusion here. Again, I'm sorry for the lack of uploads over the week. It's been kind of a shit week for trying to get videos done, but oh my god, I'm not even gonna get any subscribers from today's video. If you guys want to show some support to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe to it. If you are new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you get notifications anytime I upload or am live on YouTube. And I'm asking this because YouTube's partnership program requirements have changed. I need 1,000 subs in order to monetize my videos. So I think we broke 700, which is awesome. So thank you guys that have come out, shown support for the boy, and have stayed for the ride this far. We just need about like 300 to go. More like 290. God damn. I'm gonna stop talking. So subscribe to the channel, help the channel, like the video, comment on the video. What do you think about this Carbonite discussion? How do you use Carbonite? And how do you use your figures in this instance? Leveling up your figures. What are your thought processes into leveling up your figures? Check me out on the socials. They're over to the left on the layout. I have the links to them in the description of the video down below. But with all that being said, I'm gonna get out of here and bounce. I've rambled on way too much. Thank you guys for tuning in to Shown 4. I'm your host, Frosty Cones, signing off. Peace.